What is up, Terra Squad? It's Solar. Hope you're having a sunny day today. And if not, get your motherfucking vibes, right? Anyway, today I wanted to do something different on the channel because I was saying that I wanted to keep it fresh and do different things. So today we are talking about the goddess Kalima and my personal experience working with her and just the things that she's done to my life. Or done in my life, not done to my life. That sounds bad, but yeah, so this is my personal experience, and it's not to discredit anyone else's personal experience because, like, again, it's fine-tuned for the individual. So yeah, and this isn't really an informative video at all. If you want to learn more about like the Hindu goddess, like in her that aspect, or learn just about, I don't know, her symbolisms and stuff, like I'm not really diving into any of that because I want to talk about me. So yeah. But there are a lot of good videos out there if you want to learn about her, and a quick Google Wikipedia search will do you just fine as well. I personally don't learn a lot about deities or like different energies before I start working with them. I learn what they like, what they don't like, and that's about it, because I don't want to, like, like, you go to like last Siren or something with like offering a fish, and you end up getting fucked up because why the fuck you just offered this mermaid like something from the sea. Anyway, like, that's about the extent of where I go, and then I just completely like dive in and just like get my own experience and build from there. To each his own. I can't tell you how to live. Don't tell me how to live. You're gonna get fucked up. I'm joking. So anyway, I a couple years ago, let's start from the top, right? So a couple years ago, I got a reading done by Priestess Aset Rahman, who I will always speak like, oh my God, like I just, okay, fangirl moment, sorry. She's just, every time I get a reading from her, it is like, oof. And you know, it's crazy, like, because if you're actually diligent about doing the work, there's things that she'll tell you, like things that she's told me in readings that I've had years ago from her that are manifesting now. Like, and it's, look, she'll get you together. I'm just saying. So, all right, fangirl over. Yeah, so I was having a lot of stagnation in my spiritual practice, and obviously if you're getting stagnant in one area, especially your spiritual life, it is popping up and it's manifesting in all different aspects of your life. So it was just a lot of shit that just was not moving for me. And so, obviously I got the reading done because I'm just like, yo, like, I don't know what to do. I know that I needed to progress spiritually in my practice, but I was having a lot of like setbacks because of I was raised Catholic, you know what I mean? So like there's still a lot of the Christian doctrine that I wasn't that was still, I didn't know how wired it was in my like psyche. And I was telling, I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. Like I don't know what I can do. Like I just didn't fucking know. Like, what's the procedure? So yeah, so she gave me a whole bunch of shit or whatever, and and not like shit, but like actual things, like actual homework to do, like actual things to put in place, things to get off your ass, do these rituals, do certain cleansings, do da 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 da, fucking like turn around 3 times, step on your right foot, don't forget it, pelvic thrusts, like all the good shit, bring it around town. But yeah, so she had given me a mantra to Kali to do, right? And like amongst like all the other things that she gave me during that reading. So like the next day or something, I went by my altar or whatever, and I was like flipping through my notebook trying to find the mantra that she gave me. Like, I wrote it down. But I had like 3-4 pages worth of like notes. And so I'm just like going back, like fine-tooth combing like all of like my notebook pages, like trying to find this fucking mantra, and I just could not find it for the life of me. I'm now checking other notebooks that I know for a fact I didn't even write anything in here. I just had this notebook for like a couple years. This was like I write diss tracks in this notebook. I don't even know why it would be in here, but let me check this one. Like, just all the things. So I could not find it for the life of me, but I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm already here. I got my dragon's blood incense going. Like, we about to say something. So one of the so I was looking at my notes, and I had another mantra, but it was a comedic mantra. I was I forget shit. It escapes me now, but it was basically asking you know, to be given the words of power, right? Because again, if you've seen my speaking in tongues video, that's the thing that I do. So it's just, you know, we're asking for the transpossession to happen. We're trying to get jiggy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I couldn't find the Hindu mantra, so I was like, let me try this Kemetic mantra. And pause before you start judging me and shit, and before you're all like, oh, you shouldn't be crossing pantheons and all da, and you got a headache just by me saying that. That's a you problem, not a me problem. I don't cross pantheons in my ritual work and shit like that, but at that moment, that's what I like. The tools that I had, so that's what I did, and I was fine. I didn't get fucked up from it. I didn't like nothing, like no boogie woogie, like bad juju happened. So don't come over here with that bullshit. Anyway, right? Respect, juice. Like, don't play with me. So anyway, so yeah, I started with this Kemetic chant, and I would just, insert Kali's name into the Kemetic chant. And after about like a few minutes of me doing that, I just had like, and I didn't have my fan on or nothing. Like, it was just like random. And this probably does sound boogie woogie to some people, but again, this is my personal experience. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to you. It probably fucking won't, but this is just what, I happened to experience or observe or whatever. So there was just like this big gust of wind that like kind of picked up in my apartment. And the notebook that I was like, I was reading the mantra out of, it like flipped, and it was like, the page that I was looking for like a fucking hour with Kali's mantra on it. And so then I switched, and I'm saying her proper Hindu mantra. So yeah, as I'm doing that, like the overwhelming feeling, and it wasn't overwhelming like bad, it was overwhelming like shit, like it was just all encompassing energy. And then, I mean, when you think about it, she is the mother goddess, so like, the creator of all. So you're gonna feel all, you're gonna feel a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this way, that way, just, yeah, that way. Just all the things. And it was just such a, like, I don't know, it was such a pure, like, joyous occasion. Like, I remember like happy tears coming down, just like real, like, lovey energy. Like, I felt like she was giving me like a bear hug. Like, just a really good, like, when you had a real rough day or something, you got teased, you got bullied or something, and then you go to grandma's house and she's just like, I got you, baby. Like, that's that's what it was. I was just like, life been kicking my ass, mama, oh my god. Like, and it was just beautiful. I just really, like, I loved it. I don't know how long I was doing that particular ritual for, like, if it was like a month, a couple months, I don't remember. It was a while ago, but I do remember I do remember during this time I was craving hibiscus tea like every fucking day. That's all I wanted, was some hibiscus fucking tea, like cold, hot, whatever, sweet, unsweet. I was at some point chewing on just the dried hibiscus leaves. Like, it was all bad. And it wasn't until, again, because I just hopped into the shit, I didn't do any, like, I knew, like, I knew Kali was a goddess that you could call on for transformation. I knew I needed to transform, and we was just getting jiggy. I didn't know that was like an offering to her, was the hibiscus. Like, so the whole time I'm just like craving this shit like a fucking, I'm like crackhead fiending with like hibiscus. Like, I end up buying, like, I was buying little like bottles from like my local like gas station or whatever. It's like, like $4 bottle, like it was like barely like 10 ounces. And like every day, just, my hibiscus fix, I end up buying like a pound bag from like Amazon, and just snacking on that. Anyway, and I forgot how or like what happened that I found out that, that's an offering to her. So I immediately just started giving her hibiscus tea, because I was like, clearly you're trying to tell me something. So, and I'm also like, yes, thank you for helping me during this time. So why wouldn't you give an offering? The fuck? Like, anyway. So, yeah, started giving her the hibiscus tea and all that good shit. Let me tell you about the transformation that happened in my motherfucking life, because during that time, I broke up with a long-term situation, or boyfriend, whatever the fuck, I should go. So broke up, that was like 10 years, like off and on. And that was like, we ain't doing this off and on shit. Like, we're off. We're just off. Like, moved across the country, back like home to Detroit and shit. Like, that was a big step, because I told myself I ain't never coming back here. I was like, I'll probably visit, but like staying here back in Michigan, I don't think so. Like, that's not really in lines with like my higher purpose. So yeah. Anyway, like I was like, fuck that. And I was getting so many signs to like tell me to come back. And it wasn't until I started messing with Kali, and it was like that definite, like, if you don't go right the fuck now, like, cause mama don't play, you better listen to mama. um, yeah, so that happened. And like, granted, so you know, you don't work with, or maybe you do, I don't know how your practice goes. So like, I'll always like, you know, give a little offering or something to Kali, just because like she's so like prominent in my life or whatever. However, I don't call on that energy, and you shouldn't call on any energy if you don't need it, right? So there's certain times of like, you need that transformation, you need to that, like, hey, I'm lost or I'm stuck, and like I need that extra boost or whatever, like a boost anywhere in any aspect, right? You don't have to be lost, but just wherever you are in your path. But knowing what that energy has done for me and how much transformation, like there's certain things where I'm like, I don't need to call on that energy every day. Like, you don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain times where it's just like we're just in the flow of life. Like, anyway, so yeah, so I would still like work with her or whatever, but not just like calling on her energy. But again, I got into another relationship like a few months ago, and it was like, it was real. I'm gonna do story times about that. We're gonna talk, because there's a lot of like spiritual lessons that I learned through that. But one of the big ones was like, I remember making a joke, I think to my sister, like to somebody. I was like, I think this dude I'm with is like sucking my luck away. Like, or something like that. And like something, it was like I got hit in the back of the head. Like, I just remember like getting this like pain, like this, just like, bitch, like duh, like wake the fuck up. And so I'm like, I need to start working with Kali again. I tell you, I did a series of mantras, like what, I forgot what the you know, you have the chant beads, and they have like it's like 108, like you do the full cycle. I forgot what the actual like the act of doing the full like thing is called, but, and if you know, let me know in the comments, because I don't remember. But yeah, I just did a full set of that, and then the next day I was like, yeah, I can't do this shit no more. Like, broke up with dude, all that good shit. Like, I'm just like, we're just Kali. Like, and it's if you're not ready for some real transformative like shit to happen, like, you cannot just be casually calling on this goddamn energy. Like, you know what, it would be the equivalent of, again, because Kali is mama, she's black mama, she's the dark mother, right? Let me know if this is you, right? Your mama was like the main breadwinner in the house, or the only breadwinner. I don't know your situation, I'm just letting, like, typical, I'm just speaking, right? If your mama was asleep, you and your siblings shouldn't be making noise, right? You wake up mama, and it wasn't for an emergency, it wasn't because someone died or broke a limb or some crazy shit, you getting cussed the fuck out, right? You getting in trouble, right? Oh, okay. So keep that same motherfucking energy is what I'm saying. Like, don't just be like going fucking banging on the door and you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, also, I would say that like a lot of times we're not ready for those changes. Like, I don't know. I've always been like, from a very young age, and even starting out in my spiritual journey, like, I knew that I was just going to constantly be dying. Like, and regenerating. So like, there's certain times where it's like, I'll see something or something will happen, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, well, this isn't gonna last, or this is only temporary, or, you know, like, I need to get out of this whenever I can, like, just like, and not like avoidant, but just, I just know what shit is. And, you know, I'll be like, damn, but no, I was so happy here. Or like, wait, I just want to like do da-da-da first. And there'd be something in my life that's just like, nah, it's time to go. We over here now. And so like, working with Kali has just been very, it's easy for me, just because like I've always just kind of been in that energy. And even though like sometimes it does get rough for even like me, because I'm still human, right? And anybody that carries like kind of like that type of, you know, energy to them too, that they're constantly like rejuvenating or something, like, check on your friends. That's all I'm saying. Like we all go through some shit, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just kind of used to it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, I wanted to mention too, some of the girls that I was watching before I even like, made the video, they talked about Kali and like when they called on her and like they had their transposition moments and they felt like this very intense like sexual energy and like all this other like just sensual and I know like she has like a tantric like aspect and stuff like that, and it's not to discredit them and it's not to discredit like the sexual sensual side of the goddess, because quick rant, y'all know I love my tangents. Here's something I don't understand, whether it be mother archetype goddesses or mother archetypes in like our day-to-day like life, like humans that we see, like why is it that when someone has the title mother, they somehow just become like this non-sexual or sensual being? Like, y'all understand that like they had to fuck to get a child, right? There was a lot of like getting busted into, cream pied, that had to happen for a child. Like there's literally like no one more sexual than a fucking mother. Like you had to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean to sound creepy when I say that, but I'm just saying like you had to have sex to be a mother. Like, I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't know. It's like that, if like you're a mom or something, like I just feel like so many people like want you to be like this, like you're like put on like this Virgil like pedestal and stuff, and I'm just like, but yeah, so anyway, no, I'm not discounting that side of the goddess at all. It's just not what I felt. But also I would argue that I didn't feel that because that's not what I needed at that time. And I don't know what those girls, who talk about her sexual, I don't know what their, sacral chakra needs or whatever. But at the time I was working on like my fear, paranoia, like it was root chakra, like just heavy root chakra issues, which by the way, Kali Ma is a fun fact. Kali Ma is a goddess who is associated with the root chakra. So yeah. But yeah, I also wanted to say that during my times of those real intense transformative moments, like there was absolutely like no issue. There was no issue. Like I couldn't have been more well protected during that time. Like even like I moved back home during the pandemic, right? And there was a lot of like, I mean, I don't have to explain how hard the pandemic was to literally everyone. Well, everyone that wasn't rich. Anyway, so but when I tell you that I was put in positions to where like I didn't I needed extra money to like ship all my things over, I like the second I realized I needed extra money, those avenues opened up for me and I got that extra money. I was able to find a reputable moving company because like most of them niggas was scamming. Like we all know, again, I don't have to tell anybody how hard that shit was. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like the situation where I was at, I was in a position where like the times I did like break up with whoever, it wasn't like it wasn't a dangerous situation. I wasn't getting stalked. Nobody was like again, Kali will protect you. She's like holding your hand through these processes, and that's something that I feel like we really need to talk about, because it's not like she just comes in like a fucking like storm or something and it's just like fuck that, that's fraudulent, that's broke, that's da da da, and then she just abandons you. Like she's literally, or I know I'm speaking like she's the actual, like we'll get into that later. But that energy stays with you and it helps navigate you through the chaos. I mean, even if you want to look at the like, what is it, the skirt of arms that Kali wears, and that's literally like her, I believe that symbolism was that's the karma that she holds of her devotees, right? Like, because that's her, like, again, the energy exchange is helping. Like I said, the energy exchange that's helping, she's helping. That's the energy exchange that is happening. There we go. But yeah, so that's just my my personal humble experience. Oh, I have this book here. It has a lot of different mantras and stuff in here, and rituals, which I don't follow, because I don't follow any like book ritual to the T, and I don't think anyone should. If you ever like, the one thing you should listen to me on, like I feel like everyone should listen to me on, is not to listen like to everybody, you know what I mean? Like take everything with a grain of salt, do it your own way. That's it. Like, and don't listen to shit else I gotta say besides that. Just do your own thing. But yeah, this is really good. Just they have mantras for like any old and every need that you could possibly have. And also just, they have a mantra in here that I really like, that's just like praises to Kali. So, don't just be calling on mama for shit, butter her up a little bit. Let's see. I think was that it that I wanted to talk about? Oh, one more Kali fun fact that I actually read today was that her earrings are supposed to be embryos or something like that, and it's supposed to represent how she really likes people with childlike spirits, which, I mean, again, checks out Mother Goddess and all that good shit. And that's probably why she fucks with me, because, like, I'm a big ass kid and I'm childish as shit, and yeah, I mean, y'all seen the videos, so all right, hope you guys have a great day. Let me know if you work with Kali, or what other goddesses that you work with. Do you work with goddesses or deities? How that work for you? If you like this video, let me know. If you want to see more like it, where I talk about my own personal experiences, or if you want more informative videos about like deities, let me know as well. Or shit, say something. Like, help me help you. I just want, you know, I want to make it where everyone's enjoying this. I'm enjoying myself. I want to, like, anyway, learn and grow. Growth with 2 F's. Love you. Bye.